The film remains a bizarre example of filmmakers trying to cash in on a long deceased trend. I love it.
Welcome to the Love It or Hate It section of Love, Hate, Laughs. Are we in it?
You ready for this?
Bam, 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 bam,
10,000 hours.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. It is time for the Love, Hate, Laugh show, the Love It or Hate It episode of the week. Last week we talked about, or actually last Wednesday, we talked about Eliza's love of Hallmark movies and Bjorn's hate of holiday music. So we're going to look at one of those topics and have a little fun. Are y'all ready to dive in? And I guess just if you weren't watching Wednesday or this is your first time, let's just introduce our host.
Oh, yeah. I'm Bjorn RG.
I'm Eliza Butler, and this is Hatfield. And his chonies.
And who are you?
Chonies. Oh, and I'm producer Paul.
I'm just here.
I'm just here. I'm here for the beer. No, I was joking.
I'm here for the beer.
There's no beer.
I know. That's why. Okay, so love it or hate it. We are going to do
Ooh.
not Blizzard Christmas movies. That's supposed to say bizarre Christmas movies.
I was like, that's a whole subgenre. Sweet.
Blizzard Christmas movies where they get trapped.
No, it's not Blizzard. It's bizarre. That was autocorrect. Again, something I should not be doing at work.
I love but you know what? It adds so much
Typing
to
it, like not even looking. You're just like,
I love your effortless.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It just is effortless, really.
And then how you don't notice until later.
Rereading
Yeah, I'm like,
until the moment.
Now, this
Truly.
is this list was brought to you courtesy of Screen Rant.
Thanks,
Screen
Screen Rant.
Okay.
So, or it could have been Screen or our Aunt. I forget. But anyway.
Screen ran.
Okay. So, first movie.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, and for those of you who haven't watched some, I'm a mess. We're going to look at some topics. We're going to say whether we love it or hate it. And we're going to have some fun. So we're going to start with Bjorn. This is Santa with Muscles from 1996.
How
if
big
you
is
want
this
to read
block
it.
of text going to be? All right, Santa with Muscles. Certainly ranks among the most forgotten Christmas movies. Professional wrestler Hulk Hogan stars as Blake Thorne, millionaire head of a bodybuilding supplement business. The movie then becomes a mistaken identity tale, with Thorne being mistaken for a mall Santa after getting in the garb and to avoid the police. Classic. There's also a megalomaniacal scientist. What is it? Megalomaniacal? Megalomaniacal scientist trying to obtain magic crystals resting beneath an orphanage.
That's a bad place to put them.
It's a difficult film to take seriously, but on the upside, it does feature an early appearance of Mila Kunis. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, she's a
later
baby.
to be canceled.
Yeah. Got canceled this year.
I've actually seen
Shut
this
up.
movie.
Shut up.
I was like, oh my God, I remember the crystals. Like, you know, and it's just like a weird thing.
That's so many 90s movies, though.
I mean, it was just in so many things.
Yeah.
And I am a fan. Love it.
Ooh,
Ooh,
okay.
let's go. Yeah. Oh, man. I like classic. I just remember that. Yeah. Well, was this from 96? Oh, yeah. This would be like it was Bjorn's turn to pick the movie we rent. And it's just like, really, it's not even Christmas right now. Because you could rent back. We talked about that, but you could rent Christmas movies out of season.
That's true.
At the video store.
Just go to Blockbuster and they were there.
They had them there. They didn't like pull them off the shelf
They're like, not yet.
and then put them back out.
Yeah. So you just picked. It was like July. You're like, yeah, I want to see this Hulk Hogan joint.
Did you and your sister have that?
Where
Who gets to pick the movie?
I think normally we would each get to pick one.
Oh,
We live in large.
dang. Paul, what about you? You and your sister when the family was renting a movie, was it like sometimes it was your turn, sometimes it was her turn, or did you guys each get your own movie too?
We got our own.
Like kings, apparently.
Well, we each had a TV and a VCR in our bedrooms.
What? I
In your
didn't have that.
room?
You
No,
were a king.
It was my waterbed, which was a Ferrari car.
Oh, I had a waterbed.
A
and-
Ferrari waterbed.
Yeah.
Who are you?
And-
Oh, that's why you didn't care when I moved in with my king bed. You're just
Yeah.
like, ugh, I guess
Yeah.
we can do this.
It's not a race car,
memory
but-
foam.
But mostly we would just let the butler pick the movie.
Oh, so you would let me pick the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's one of the perks of
Um,
working for us.
Oh my God, no, we didn't have our. No, we had to share the TV. But
Dang.
yeah, wow. So like, I'm like Duke level. He's king over here, and you're
We
like,
at one point we
Fight
did
count.
have like a TV that had the built-in VCR. Do you remember
oh
that
yeah,
one?
yeah.
It was like this big.
Mhm.
And when we had friends over, we would sometimes get to bring that into our room, like as a fun sleepover thing where you buy or you rent 2 movies and fall asleep immediately. You
Yeah.
don't make it through both.
So funny story. So that TV with the VCR that was in my room.
Yeah.
I did end up getting a movie stuck in it.
What movie?
What movie?
It was a full-on porno. that I-
Porn?
Yeah, it was
Paul,
porn. It was
where did
porn.
you
Oh.
get it?
It was well I worked
From the neighbor?
No, I worked at a movie store.
Oh.
I was like 16.
Was it
I-
behind like a curtain?
It was no, it was like
Oh.
it was totally like the adult movies, and I
See,
brought
there's
it.
one titty in the whole thing.
No, it was the Baywatch babes,
Mm.
and it wasn't like porn. It was like they're like showering naked and pouring
Yeah.
honey on each other.
It's like rated X.
Softcore.
like
Yeah.
softcore. But like it was stuck there, and I was so nervous. Like my
Why
mom
were
would-
you watching that?
Because I was.
Trying to be cool.
I was trying to be cool, and I think I had a birthday party, and I was like, "You guys want to watch some porn?"
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "I wonder if I
I
could
mean-
see their penises through their penis." Anyway, my dad did find it, and he was very upset. I thought he might be excited that I might be straight.
Yeah.
He was just like,
He was like upset. He's like, I'm gonna have to confiscate your
I
TV
can't believe
VCR.
this filth. And I'm like, all right, well.
Because didn't you get in trouble for like trying to put up posters of girls
Of Janet Jackson.
of Janet Jackson, a specific woman,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't let you?
I was
Well-
like, that is provocative.
And you're like, well, and so he probably thinks you should have told him.
And
it's
I
his
was like,
fault.
well, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm gay now because of
Dad.
you.
Yeah, if you just let me keep Janet and the Baywatch babes.
I would have.
I would have learned.
You would have had grandkids by now. Love you, mom and dad.
Yeah.
So anyway, Eliza, what do you think about?
You would have had
Um,
grandkids before I came out.
Yeah, I hate it.
Ooh.
I don't like Hulk Hogan. I don't understand, like, why was he running from the police? I get that the maniacal scientist was like trying to fuck up the orphanage or whatever, but like, why was he hiding from the police in the first place? Like, I just don't like. I feel like he was at his like most sinewy, like where he was just like he was probably taking all of the supplements that this character sold,
Mm.
and he was just
Mhm.
like all veins and like gristle.
Mm.
Just not.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
no-
was.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Oh.
the difference
Doubling
between
down.
gay men and straight women. I'm like, I'm not
Like, ugh,
interested
what's
in
that?
the Jim Bro vibe. So hate it. Hatfield loves it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But he loves it specifically for whoever this guy is in the Santa hat, who was probably the original mall Santa who got arrested because Hulk Hogan stole his outfit.
Isn't that Hulk Hogan?
That's Hulk Hogan.
Is it?
Yeah,
I think that's him.
that's totally Hulk Hogan.
It's him. You just don't recognize him without the blonde
Oh.
mustache. It's there.
Yeah, I was like, why do we have a
It's
picture
there.
of like this random guy? He just looks
And then
like
it's Mila Kunis, and I think that
Yeah.
other guy it became a notable actor too.
the kid, the other kid.
Yeah, the other kid.
Wouldn't it be funny if like they didn't have a picture for this, so I used AI to recreate a picture?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
they put a
So
gun.
actually, I hate it even more because, like, why is he unrecognizable? He is so sinewy right there, like, and you don't even recognize him. He looks like, okay, hey.
sinewy.
you know, with
Well,
like,
Bjorn's word of the day.
looks like just like all muscle with like no
Yeah.
like bodybuildery.
Yeah, like American Gladiator.
Yeah.
Paul.
I love it. Here's why. First of all, tell me you did not know or your family did not own that Afghan that's like right behind
Oh
him.
yeah.
Like that's like
The
standard
crocheted.
90s, that
Yeah.
orange
I think
brown.
ours had green in it.
Like that was just like everything. And that was like what you use when you're watching scary movies so you can kind of see through it,
Mm-hmm.
but like be protected. The other thing I really love about this is Portland would be all over this. Magic crystals? Are you
True.
kidding me?
But you'd lose them with the muscles.
Well, yeah, but then we'd get them back with the magic crystals.
But then the
That's
magic
true.
crystals.
That's very Portland.
Yeah.
Protect the
Yeah.
crystals.
Also, can I
Protect
just
the
say, like,
crystals.
My face blindness has never been on such clear display on this podcast that I did not recognize Hulk Hogan, and I was confused that he wasn't in the picture. Like I legitimately thought was just random guy.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why is he here?
Because the hair and the yellow red leotard is what
exactly.
makes
So
Hulk
that
Hogan
is
Hulk.
that is what it's like to have face blindness. To be like, that can't be Hulk Hogan. Who is this random person?
Well, it
this
looks
Hulk
like
Hogan movie.
3 loves, 1 hate for that one. So
Yeah.
there we go. All right, you guys
Yeah.
ready for the next one?
Oh yeah.
You know it.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
sorry. This might be a little hard to. Again, I was
Yeah.
at work. Okay. So
No,
Elf
you're doing
Bowling
great.
the movie, the Great Pole Elf Strike.
North
Eliza, can
Pole.
you see that?
I absolutely cannot see that.
I can read it.
Like I could maybe read it from here, but from here I cannot. You do it. I'll do the next
Okay.
one.
So Elf Bowling the movie, the Great North Pole Elf Strike. Elf Bowling was a popular computer game in the early 2000s.
I don't believe that.
But it's impossible to see why anybody would have thought, even at the height of the game's popularity, that giving the franchise its own animated film was a good idea. Video game movies almost never work because video games, especially arcade-style creations like Elf Bowling, don't usually focus on their plot above other elements like films do. And this leads to video game adaptations often being given unoriginal, trite storylines that are only somewhat related to the source material. Elf Bowling the movie followed this path, and this led to critical and commercial failure. The film remains a bizarre example of filmmakers trying to cash in on a long deceased trend. I love it. Elf bowling? Elf? Who cares about? I just want to watch elves bowl. Like if the
Yeah.
whole movie was just that, I am game. So I love this. Bjorn?
Oh, I'm wearing a Christmas sweater right now that says the North Bowl, and
Yeah.
there's penguins bowling on it. So I love it. Are you kidding me? I'm a bowler myself, and big fan. I want to play this video game though. I'm actually more intrigued by the video
It's
game.
probably like a flash game or whatever.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure it wasn't even like really that popular.
No,
I
I was
you
very
played
much.
it?
No, I've never heard of it, and I
No.
played all kinds of computer games at that time.
Like there was a whole episode on Friends about how they got haircuts based on this game.
Shut up.
No, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. I'm like, you don't remember the
you
Great
remember
North Pole haircut
Yeah,
elf strike?
episode.
you remember the
elf-
Rachel, but do you remember Elf Bowling?
The one where they went elf bowling.
bowling. Wait, who's left?
Wait, it might be.
Oh, yeah.
I love it because I have great empathy for the people who had to make this movie.
They're
just
like,
like,
I'm doing what?
fucking-
They're
What?
like, yeah, they're like,
I'm CGIing
Elf bowling
what?
who? Like, and just like the voice actors who like, fine, it's a like just clocking in. It's
the
a
credit,
paycheck.
It's a paycheck.
Yeah, it's on IMDb now. Great. That's just got invented, IMDb, and now I'm in it as the great elf bowler or whatever.
Yeah. I'm
So I have a
elf
lot of
too.
empathy for the people who were just trying to exercise their creative muscles in a tough industry
And
Yeah.
and had to make this.
yeah, like what year was this movie made? And it probably cost and was way more work than it would be to do now.
Totally. Yeah, you could probably make that on your iPhone.
Yeah, you could probably make
AI
a better.
could make this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
AI could remake.
Let's
Get
be
Bard
honest.
back up.
Yeah. All right. What is Hatfield?
Oh.
You know what? Hatfield hates it.
Ooh, 'cause he's a
Ooh,
hater.
He's a hater.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, he's a hater. Hatfield
All right,
is
bud.
not a fan. He just feels really threatened by all those like candy cane pillars. He's
Mhm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and there's like there's polar bears in here, and you know, polar bears and Hatfields just do not mix.
It's the polar bears are like the McCoys, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the
Everyone
McCoys.
knows that.
Everybody
yeah.
knows that. I mean, let's be honest.
I do.
Yeah.
I am gonna look up when we are done. I'm gonna look up Elf Bowling, see what system it was on.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah.
Was it? It was an arcade game.
Arcade?
It just says computer game.
Computer game.
A computer game.
Arcade.
All
Going
right.
to the arcade.
This is my arcade room.
It's just like chains everywhere.
There's
Should I play some Sade for you? Do you mean Sade?
No, I mean Sade.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Eliza, this is you.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, yay.
What do you
I
see
can
here?
read this one. All right. Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever 2014. I should point out that the photo is a photo of Grumpy Cat driving a car, much like the late lamented Toonces the Driving Cat, which was always my favorite sketch in old school Saturday Night Live. All right, I can read this one, so I'm going to do that. The 2014 Lifetime special Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever was released at the peak of the titular internet sensation's popularity and follows a girl named Crystal who finds a friend in the antisocial animal played by Aubrey Plaza. All right. They're getting me. After discovering that they have special communication abilities, the duo is then forced, Paul Blart style, to stop a team of amateur burglars from making off with an extremely expensive dog housed in Grumpy's pet store residence. Although Grumpy in character is against saving the pooch, which is great. While Worst Christmas Ever was panned by critics, leading to a lot of predictable worst movie ever jokes, this campy Christmas cash-in might be a Christmas record. Might keep a Christmas movie fan's attention peaked. I obviously love this. I have a stuffed Grumpy Cat at home that was given to me as a gift during Grumpy Cat's lifetime. I love Aubrey Plaza. I think she's so funny. And that is just, I love how like silly it is. You know what I mean? And I love that the Grumpy Cat is like, fuck that dog, but all right, I'll help. Like, I appreciate that
rolls
energy.
and eyes and it's like,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I appreciate
I'll help,
that
but
energy
I
in
hope
a
the dog
heist.
dies soon.
Yeah, exactly. Poor Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat is no longer with us. But like, and look, again, if you don't know about Toonces the Driving Cat, just look it up on YouTube. My sister and I would laugh until we cried watching Toonces the Driving Cat. And I love anything that reminds me of that. So
I love in this photo that Grumpy Cat is driving a car and the passenger is so unfazed. They're apparently, it's 2014, so maybe reading a book.
Yeah.
Like
they are not watching the road at all.
probably not on maybe on their phone, I
Yeah.
guess. I'm trying to think when I got my first, I mean, maybe a smart, like maybe they're on their BlackBerry. She's on her Crackberry.
Yeah.
I love how that was a term. Like people were like so worried about their crackberries.
Yeah.
Is it just because it rhymed?
Probably. And it's like, you could really hardly do much on BlackBerry.
I know,
compared
you
to,
could
like, an
send
iPhone.
emails like, oh, I'm just so enthralled with my email.
Yeah, it was a different time. Imagine now, where it's just like, yeah, everything. Also, I think it is very silly that everyone's like, it's the worst movie ever. It was clearly not meant to be serious. Like, this is supposed to be funny.
Yeah, this is like, we're starting 2014. We're in the era of like self-aware. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
So like Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I haven't, but I heard
if
it's
you
really
do, hard recommendation. Paul and I watched it one time. We both took an edible, probably split it. I don't know. Or maybe we took the whole thing, one each.
We were just dying.
We were wrecked and we were laughing so hard
So
that
it actually
hurts.
funny. Could be a horrible movie. We
It
don't
could be
know, but
terrible.
funny. Yeah,
so-
But
I
it's
mean,
like-
edibles make any movie better.
But it's what's her name?
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig just doing a weird character.
Yeah,
And
She's
it is
delightful.
bizarre. And it's almost like watching a 2-hour Old Spice commercial.
Yeah.
Kind of like where just weird things happen and it's the perfect high movie to watch. This looks like a high movie to watch.
Yeah.
But you know what? I hate it. No, not a fan.
What?
Fuck this movie. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kidding. I love this. This is
Okay.
great. This looks so fun. I would totally click on this. Like I would
Totally.
definitely. This is
Might be on Hulu or
and
something.
crystals again.
Yeah. That's a
So
theme.
it would be popular in Portland. You'd
Yeah.
think the name Crystal would be more. We'd know more crystals here.
It Casa
No.
Diablo.
I think
That'd be a
probably
really
lot.
good name.
I think it's probably like an age cohort thing.
Coming to the stage, Crystal, followed by
Grumpy
Patchouli. Like just like Portland stage name.
Totally. Well, I feel like there would be a Portland dancer stage name that is Grumpy Cat.
That's Grumpy Cat.
Or
Oh
Or
yeah,
Grumpy
yeah.
Puss. Grumpy Puss.
Grumpy Puss.
Hatfield loves it.
Mm.
Hatfield is a long-term fan of Grumpy Cat
Mhm.
and has watched this movie 8 times. That's what Hatfield just
Yeah,
told
it's
me.
his favorite movie. Damn.
Yeah, dude. I'm so
Okay.
glad we got to talk about it.
Yeah, it's crazy that
Yeah.
you've watched it so many times. What about you, Paul?
Well, I hate it. Because it just wasn't.
I love how much gusto you're like, ooh.
It just wasn't that good, to be honest.
You've seen it?
and they retooled it, and it ended up being the basis of White Lotus. which is a
yeah.
much better. I mean,
Sure.
the grumpy cat sex scene where with
Didn't really work.
with the prostitute or the sex worker. I'm sorry, and then like and when she walked in on him doing a line of coke on the back of it was just very like, oh, you're just tarnishing Grumpy Cat's image.
Grumpy cat, don't do the cocaine.
No, I need it. So it was no. Are you kidding me? I want to watch this so bad as soon as I get home. This is I think this is a unanimous love. Okay,
Of course.
But he does kind of look like he's going to get cocaine.
yeah, he's like
he's like,
Picture.
she just got in there.
Like
she's
they're out of cocaine, and she's like, "All right."
She's
fine.
like, chauffeur, I need some coke.
yeah, and the girl's reading because she doesn't know that Grumpy Cat has a problem.
He's Ubering.
He's
He's Ubering for his coke hab. Anyway, so it's just a sad
Uber
story.
around in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started like in late aughts or like 11. I don't know. Next one. Okay.
Oh.
When did I start seeing those like be your own boss and it was like a mustache? Remember when Lyft had like a mustache on the front of it for like a hot
and the
second?
eyelashes.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Paul? It was a big pink mustache
Mm-hmm.
that you had to put on the front of your car
To show that you were a
show
Lyft.
that you were a Lyft. It was a weird thing.
No.
Anyway.
I have seen this.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Now it is in this lovely green, but
Yeah,
can
so I
you
don't know if I can't read that. But
Okay, Bjorn, can you?
I can't
I
read
can.
that
Okay,
either.
I'll read it. I'll read it.
I can't even
I'll
read it from
read
right
it.
here.
So here it is. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians from 1964. Think Saving Christmas was the worst Christmas film ever made? Well, yes, it probably was. But Santa Claus Conquers the Martians definitely comes close. The 1964 sci-fi comedy follows a group of aliens who decide to abduct Santa Claus so he can give their children new, fun experiences similar to the ones from the children on Earth. Becoming famous after its appearance on the popular comedy series Mystery Science Theater 3000, the film has established a legacy of one of the worst films ever made due to its incoherent plot and poor production value. The opening credits refer to a costume designer, though it is really, really hilarious sometimes, albeit unintentional. It's even had one of the best versions of Mrs. Claus in movies. So,
Me?
Bjorn?
I also think I've seen this. I bet it was the Mystery Science Theater one that I saw. Because I was a big fan of that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, love it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This looks terrible. This just looks like a Christmas version of Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz or whatever. Like, it looks like that era. And it just it's so bad. It looks so bad. I love this. I love. This looks fun.
Yeah. I obviously love it. Mystery Science Theater is responsible for at least 48% of my sense of humor. I discovered it as a teenager. Huge fan of Riff Tracks, which is what happened after Mystery Science Theater. Is some of the same people. So I've been to many Riff Tracks movies in the theater, which is super fun, where they're riffing while you're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could remember off the top of my head what the deal was with Mrs. Claus, but I remember it was fucked up. Yes, love. And if you haven't watched Mystery Science Theater, there's lots of them online, and it was such a moment of that mid 90s. They would take these movies that had they were very cheap to license and just ruthlessly make fun of them, and it's amazing. Wonderful.
That's awesome.
Love.
Hatfield.
Hatfield loves it because he is into the aliens. He thinks they're very sexy. We're dude, there's probably a lady bear or a gentleman bear, that you could meet, but he's really into that green colander on the head situation.
Watch out, Kermit the Frog. He's into green.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this because it's so unbelievable. I'm sorry. I don't.
You're what? Martians?
What are they
I
pushing?
gotta draw
on
the
us?
line somewhere.
This is just Santa Claus. I'm on board for, but then Santa Claus with Martians? No.
Too far.
So
Suspension of disbelief.
Yeah. I can go with Santa Claus or Martians.
but never should the two meet, and I still believe it. All right.
Ruin Christmas.
Next one, Eliza.
Ooh.
Yeah. Elves from 1989. plot of Elves reads more like a fever dream than a storyline actually used for a cinematic feature, but that's part of the film's unique style. A strange amalgamation of horror elements is clearly visible in the plot. Around Christmas time, demonic neo-Nazi elves plan to breed, with an Aryan virgin in order to create the race that in the world of this film, Hitler was actually working to create human-elf hybrids. Isn't that just Lord of the Rings? There isn't really much more to say about this film. It's just so odd that it leaves viewers at a loss for words. There are probably people who will enjoy it for its fascinatingly original brand of strangeness. I hate it. I don't need to know about what people want to do to make an Aryan master race. I don't care. Hitler had brown eyes. He was a hypocrite among all of his other crimes that are much worse. I'm just not, and I don't like horror movies. We've well established on this podcast. So no, I hate it. Hatfield loves it because he is an Aryan virgin. So
he's like, finally gonna get some.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with love it because I'm so curious.
Because you're an Aryan virgin as well.
So curious.
Yeah.
I just want to see. It's just like I don't understand how this whole block of text works, and I really want to see how they did it in a visual medium.
Yeah.
Where I'm very curious. I'm just curious, and so I have to love it. I have to love it because it's piquing my interest, which I just learned is spelled with a Q and not a CK.
Interest?
Yeah, interest. Peak. I thought it was just spelled the same. I thought it was
P-E-E-K that's a common misconception.
Or E-A-K. I didn't know it was P-O-U-Q-U-E or whatever.
P-I-Q-U-E. I think it's French.
Speaking of things I hate the way they're spelled, Q. I hate the way
why
Q.
are there 4 silent letters?
Why? Just put a letter. Q.
Yeah.
Not Q-U-E.
Q-U-E.
Or then sometimes people spell it Q-U-E, and that also makes me mad.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry that you don't know about the other silent letters.
And then also there's like a pool Q. It's
Yeah,
like,
I was going to say, what about
on.
pool Q?
Yeah, that's
Q-U-E.
fine. No, that's C-U-E.
That's
Oh, yeah.
C-U-E. I just want to say.
Oh, I've been spelling it wrong for a year.
I just want the opportunity to like read text in front of a crowd with the word Q in it, and I'm going to be literally QE.
Well, you found a new bit.
Quite possible.
Reading words literally.
Literally.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so this is actually a pretty big movie. It's standard. This is a movie that when you buy tickets to a Trump rally, you automatically get a free download of this because that's its demographic. Let's be honest. They are all over this, which is why I hate it. This sounds like cringy.
This sounds like something I would start watching and be like,
cringy.
what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. Like what the but I do kind of want to watch it.
See?
I do want to watch it just to be like, what the actually I to be honest, all the movies I want to watch all of them.
Yeah.
Very
Who's
curious.
in it?
That was the last one, but I'm gonna look that up.
Okay.
So that was Love It or Hate It, the
Yay.
end.
Thank you.
And then let's do Elves. What was that? 1980.
Yeah. 1989.
Yeah, 1989. You know,
Like-
that album that nobody's heard of.
Yeah. When you're out
You
of the
know the
room.
one. Who is it? Just don't tell me. Don't tell me.
No. You'll get it. You'll get there, baby.
Baylor Miffed.
Who is it? It's
Baylor MILF?
Okay.
Oh my
Whoa.
God! Did you
I
see
can't
those
read that either.
photos?
Cast is Dan Haggerty,
Okay.
Julie Austin, Deanna Lund.
So nobody we've ever
Nobody.
heard of.
Did you see those photos?
Dan Haggerty?
though?
This is Dan Haggerty.
Is he? Grizzly Adams.
Is he Grizzly Adams?
Yeah, Grizzly Adams. Deanna Lund from Land of the Giants.
Okay.
And she's dead. And her career was shortly after this movie. Let's see I just want to see the images of this.
Yeah,
Elves
there was
movie.
some like.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
God.
See?
Wow.
We'll watch the trailer later.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Look it up. It's on YouTube.
Okay, I
Yeah.
don't want to watch it anymore.
No.
That is no. I'm good.
Well, that does conclude our Blizzard/Bizarre holiday Christmas movies. I hope that was fun.
And what
Yeah,
else does
Olivia.
it conclude?
Oh, I didn't want to
yeah.
talk about it. Bjorn,
I gotta bring it up. So this is the
Yeah.
last episode. We're not. We're done. It's
we're
done.
retiring.
We're retiring.
Retiring,
We're
yeah.
retiring. We thought we'd go out with a bang. And with our big Christmas special
Yeah, we
episode.
decorated. Also, I'm just laughing because imagine I'm just finding that out for the first time.
I
right
know.
now. I was like, what?
Well, I was trying to think of ideas. I was like, one of my ideas was I was just gonna get mad and fire everybody, and then
yeah.
storm out and throw my headphones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna we're gonna it's done. We're gonna
Yeah.
stop doing the show. We had a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for all your support and listening and tuning in or whatever.
And follow like our Instagrams and our YouTubes and our comedy show that Paul and Bjorn and I do. Like we're still going to be doing stuff and making stuff, just not this particular thing.
And the content's still out there, so please message us.
Yeah.
And who knows what the future holds? And
Yes.
if you want to give us money,
yeah, please message
I'm
us.
Paul Heinrich on Instagram. That's Bjorn RG Comedy.
Yep, or Bangers Comedy
Bangers.
on Venmo.
Just send us all the
Eliza
money.
isn't funny.
In fact, here's the thing. If we make $1 million in the next year in
million.
donations, we will bring the show back.
Exactly.
we'll
So
bring
it's
it
up
back.
to you guys now.
It's really your fault.
It's in your
If you're
hands,
not,
honestly.
It's kind of like...
Yeah. No, it's been super fun and really enjoyed it, but it's just like not the right fit for what we're all trying to do right now.
Yeah, and it's fine. What was Paul, what was your favorite moment? Just throw it to you. In the arms of an angel, fly away.
Honestly, I think my favorite thing has been doing the segments, the love it or hate it segments, and then also doing all the great sponsors we've had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were free
Through the
sponsors,
years.
but
Yeah.
that was fun for me.
Yeah. Hatfield, what? He's just mad at us now.
No, I think he's just happy to be here, and that's
Ooh,
fine.
the silent treatment
Ooh.
all
Yeah,
of a
it's
sudden.
like
Okay,
passive
bud.
aggressive. I think my favorite moment out of all of it was when I got to be the heel for our episode about crossover SUVs because I thought they were all stupid.
Yeah, that was fun.
And that was really fun.
That was a fun
the most
episode.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know. I really liked all the love-hate stuff. That was a lot of fun, and getting to, getting to be the heel on the Ryan Danley episode was pretty ridiculous. Where I brought a premise that nobody, and I was losing my mind, that no one was on board for the thing that I had to do, the apology video. For later. No, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been really cool.
And speaking of, I do want to shout out to all the special guests that we've had.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot, even on our first iteration of Size 10, there's been a lot of great guests. So thank you, everybody who's participated, have been part of this, who's listened, who's liked. Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nelia.
Yes, we do. I mean, and like I say, we're still out here making stuff, doing stuff. So like, we would love for you to like follow along and join with that.
Yeah, we've got some exciting stuff on the way
On
outside of this. So
Yeah. All right.
this is good.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.